Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 9. Catalunya, Circuit de Barcelona, the home of F1 pre-season testing for many years because it's got every type of goddamn corner you can imagine. We'll test the drivers, test the cars. I'm Justin Davis, and co-commentating with me tonight in the booth is Jason McLennan. Welcome, Jace. How you doing?
Mate, I am absolutely chomping at the bit tonight. Chomping to get into this. Watch these guys run around Catalunya tonight, and let's see what they do.
Mate, one of my favourite tracks. Bit tough to get overtakes done. I don't know if you watch the Premier Endurance League, but they raced here just recently, and the defences were off the charts. So expect to see some corks in some bottles tonight.
Well, as long as everyone stays on track, and I was chatting to Elias about this in the week. If there's no Continental Tire sponsorship, he should be fine. This track as well, he should be fine. As opposed, you know how he had that track Continental Tires, and he was spinning at every corner with that every time he came to that corner. So.
And admittedly, FIA Grade 1, so hopefully those mistakes won't be race-ending as they can be on the street circuits tonight. Tonight, you know, if you make an error, you hit the kitty litter, you get back into it. Everybody will be appreciative of some breathing space, I think.
They will be. Because we're only down to, what are we, 3 weeks to go now. So, every point counts.
We are getting there. And, you know, Alex, he started the season very, very strong. But I think, I haven't looked at the points. I think he has a few challenges coming to try and rain on his parade this season and challenge him for that number 1 on the car.
Well, the number 1 is the number that everyone wants. You are the marked man, shall we say? You're marked. So when you have that number 1, it's on you to keep it.
It is. It is. All right. So rather warm out there tonight. 44 degrees. That's going to be tough on the old grip. It looks like historic tonight, I'm seeing on the configuration. Does that mean we have a chicane in play tonight? Or is historic no chicane? No chicane. I'm just watching, who am I watching? Drew Hill go through the final turn there, and there was no chicane.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Catalunya. It's not one of my love tracks, shall I say. It's not a track I love.
One of my favourite to drive. But you're right, it can be tough on the racing. So let's have a look. Perfectly clear day, beautiful out there. Let's see how they're shaping up so far. At the moment, we have Owen Coleman. Gosh, getting names wrong already. Have to, you know, be reprimanded for that one. Owen Coleman.
We all slip up, mate.
Owen Coleman at the front of the field there so far, followed by Matt Webber, one of the men in the field who's on the charge and trying to take that number 1, if I'm not mistaken. Elias Dugan's put it on P3 so far, and I'd say these provisional results may be it, mate, because I'm not seeing a lot of... hang on, who have we still got on track? Anyone... Yeah, there we go. We've still got Glenn Jones, Sean Memler, and Matt Knight on track, trying to better their laps. Although Matt Knight, I'm seeing 3 yellow sectors, mate. Take
a look at the time that Axel has done to Alex. Look at that.
That is
.003. That's
3,000th.
Not even a fingernail. That's probably a fingernail, if that. It seems that the Ford and the McLaren are the most popular cars for tonight. We've got six Mustangs and we've got 5 McLarens.
It is, yeah, you're right. And again, that bop seems to be favouring the Mustang. It seems to be the season of them. Look how many of them. That's 6 of the top 7 are all running the blue oval tonight, mate.
It is the best car, the old Mustang.
Biased.
Totally biased. Totally his own one. Totally biased.
All right. So, as they start to grid up, let's have a look at how things fell out of qualifying there. So, front row, we've got Owen Coleman and Matt Webber, followed by Elias Dugan and Alex Court. On row 3, Nathan Howe and Martin Hallinan, our 2 gold challengers, fighting for the front there, followed by Dan Siciliano and Mark Foster. Looks like we could have some battles on our hands tonight, Jace.
I think we will.
As these different classes go. Because, look at that. We've got no big gaps tonight. You know, we've got gold fighting gold, silver fighting silver. Anyway, next row, Jacques Swanepoel and Brad Coates, then Matt Knight and Chris Ruddle, bringing up a P11 and P12 there. And I'm clicking the wrong one. What am I doing? All right, there we go. So then we've got Glenn Jones and Sean Memler, Tristan Jack and Jarrett Stark, Chris Withers and Glenn Crellin bringing up P17 and 18. P20, we've got Chris Page and Drew Hill. And then our non-driver, Sam Smith, and Daniel Hoffman and Sam Monterosso not sitting a time. So troublesome qualifying for those guys out in Q1, you could say. But they'll be looking to make up positions and get through the field on this race start.
I will. I think tonight I'm gonna go out on a limb here tonight. My prediction for the win tonight, Alex Court. Axel will kill me, but I think Alex might just surprise everyone.
I hope so. He's a great battler out there and an even better defender. So it'll be interesting to see what he does off the line, how he makes it stick. And yeah, I'm excited for some good battles tonight.
I think we'll see quite a few. I think it's going to be tight, and we'll see if anyone skips away. Let's see if anyone can skip away, or whether the field stay honest.
I think in these ones, how long is this one tonight? I forgot
90
to
minutes.
check. 90 minutes
90
tonight.
Minutes.
All right.
90 minutes
cool.
you get to. So strap yourself in, folks. Get your cold beverage of your choice, and we'll get ready for some racing action.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Owen wasn't on track last week. I don't think. So he'll be happy to put it up the front. And if he gets away on the jump there, and then the 3 of them get tangled up in it, because Webber, Dogan and Court are all fierce competitors. So if those 3 get caught up, and Coleman's away, and he has jumped it beautifully. Who's that following him through?
That's Axel sitting in second.
Dugan up in the second and making a claim to the inside of that corner. Oh, are they going to all make it through here? Matt Webber's going to have the inside for the following. Is Ilias able to hold around the outside? No, tucks in there. Followed by Alex Court and then Nathan Howe, Martin Hallinan, Dan Siciliano. Who's that hung out to dry? Somebody. It's all happening here. But Owen Coleman has skipped away as Ilias absolutely sends it into the big sweeper there. Gosh, I don't even know track names, corner names tonight. I'm so unprepared, so unprofessional. Fire me.
No.
They're just settling in here. So we do have a bit of a side-by-side going on here with Jacques putting it up the inside of... Who's that beside it? Oh, that's getting hectic between him and Matt Foster, with Brad Coates in there mixing it up too. This is
1 minute in, and it's just action-packed.
It's quite the race start. And there we go. Jacques makes another move. Sends it up the inside. Is he going to be able to get it done? If Mark Foster can hang on to the outside, which he cannot. See, that's the problem with this track. So many don't have a lot of run. You've really got to make that decisive move and get it done. Otherwise, you find yourself hung out to dry on the next corner and potentially lose more than you had to gain.
Yeah.
So Ilias under pressure from Alex.
What's that, a second? Nearly a second already on the first lap.
Yeah. Owen and Matt just skipping away a little bit. And you know what? These two kept us on our toes all last week. As Alex looks up the inside to make a move.
There we go. Axel's going to let him...
I don't think he's got any choice. He's not giving it up, but he is going to be hung out to dry on the sweeper.
It's a long race. It's 90 minutes. The race isn't won on the first lap.
And is that Nathan Howe behind him, looking to capitalise? Sees Axel just compromised a little bit. Thinks I'll have a look. Absolutely enthralling racing.
It is.
All right, what else have we got happening up and down the field? We've got this pack. They always put on a show for us. So the Glenn Jones, Chris Ruddle and Matt Knight pack all racing nose to tail. The Beamer, the man in the middle of two Maccas, trying to find a way past it. Oh, he just
that's a Ferrari in front of him.
Yes.
He's in a carbon fibre sandwich. He's in a carbon fibre sandwich.
I read the wrong name on my chart. See, fire me.
Oh,
give me.
Well, actually, hang on. Well, it's actually Jones. He's the second. Is the other Beamer, and he's in a McLaren sandwich.
He is.
So.
He is, and I guess that's why I was confused, because we're on board with Glenn Jones right now. Looks like Ilias has had a little whoopsie, but not too big a one. He's back on track. Let's have a look what happened to Ilias here. Just runs it a little wide,
that's why
flicks that tail out, and it looks like that's allowed Nathan Howe to clear Axel into T1. Gosh, the action. Now he's under pressure from Matt's teammate, Martin Allanen. All right, let's jump back on board with the live cars and see what's happening down here. Sean Memler. Oh, we've jumped on just in time to see absolute carnage as Sean Memler passes. Is that Glenn behind? No, Chris Ruddle. Oh, a little bumpity bump onto the AMG. Push. Mate, this is like the M1. This is a 4-lane highway. This isn't a racetrack. Where's the racing line?
Somewhere there, hidden underneath everything.
Oh, and is that Glenn making a dash up the inside? Makes up several moves. I think it was. Let's have a look. No, that's Chris Withers we're on board with there. He's dashed up the inside. As the the AMG just has pace into the corner, doesn't quite know what to do with it. As we see up ahead, Tristan Jack and Chris Ruddle battling it out as well. This midfield, it's absolute bedlam, mate.
It is. It's clean racing. Yes, you've had a hit on the side, but everyone's racing really clean. There's no one's really, there's no spins, no one's, bumped and sent them flying. It's clean racing. Everyone's showing respect to everyone.
We haven't seen any of the DTM level carnage where they're just absolutely sending each other well and truly off the track.
Yeah.
This is so close between these two. But look up here. Brad Coates is under attack from Glenn Jones, who's managed to get alongside. Is he going to get it done? Again, just this track. Tries to set up the switchback. Brad parks it a little on the apex. Just makes it hard to get that done and holds on to that position. That's a good defense there from Mr. Coates.
He's making that Beamer as wide as a Mack truck, and he's making it hard
He
for
is. That,
him to get past.
That beam is so wide at the moment, it belongs at one of my family barbecues. Oh, no. But
he's got
Glenn
him now.
has
There we
managed
go.
to swing it up the inside, get the job done, and take that position.
Like I said, there's still a long way to go.
We're 6 minutes in of 90 minutes worth of racing, so plenty of time left in this one to get all the positions done. Speaking of, Nathan Howe, if we have a look at our battle box here, he is under real pressure from Ilias, pushing up, trying to take that position back, and he thought about throwing it up the inside. Nathan Howe just closes the door. Ilias wisely backs out of that one. I don't think it'll be a long time before we see a move from these two, mate.
No. Axel's just being patient. He's being very, very patient there. He's just getting the car where he wants it. He's just hoping that the guys in front will make a mistake and he can pounce.
Last week, race decided by half a car length on a split strategy, with a charging Ilias taking the win on the fresher rubber. Do you think after that finish we see some more split strategy tonight?
Last week the boys said an hour and 15 those tyres were cooked. After an hour and 15 they were cooked. You were wanting to change.
I do think this is a harder track to try it too, because
and at 44 degrees, though, I think we're going to see greater talk. Oh, Axel's coming.
He's made a move up the inside, got alongside, owed some room, but just has to tuck in. I think he's close enough to potentially get the move done along this absolute monster of a straight. But again, and he's just fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, he hit the dirt, I think. That slowed him up a little bit.
Yep.
It's a Mustang procession.
Yeah, so I know these cars handle very differently and handle dig very differently, but if you think to the F1 calendar, the Catalunya race is one of the most brutal of the entire season on tyres. From what I've seen in other races here, it is substantially hard on tyres. Just all of these long high-speed corners where you're just absolutely hanging onto it for dear life. It tends to absolutely punish them if you're going to be fast. So I think unless we've got some people out here intentionally trying to look after their tyres and go long so that they can sacrifice now for some gain later, I personally don't know how viable the no tyre strategy will be.
I think you'll find that everyone will take 4 tyres this race. I don't see anyone taking just 2. I will be amazed if anyone does this race without changing tyres in a 44 degree track. You got some kahunas.
I think so, but I think people might be emboldened by how close Matt got to snatching that win last week from a guaranteed second position. Like, if he took tyres, he was a substantial way behind Axel. Axel had that all sewn up, and in the end, he only got it done by half a car length. So, you know, if I'm watching on the sidelines, I'm perhaps thinking, okay, maybe if I look after my tyres, I can make that half a car length work for me.
But you think if, without him taking tyres, Axel still caught him with the fresher tyres. So if they both, if he'd taken tyres, it would have been pretty much even Steven towards the end. We would have seen a real ding dong battle between who's,
Yeah, but I think Axel was already ahead by 6 or 7 seconds when they took their stops. So, you know.
Yeah, he was ahead.
He's reduced it from 6 or 7 seconds to, you know, 3/10 by the time they cross the line. That's a flip of the coin almost.
Yeah. And the traffic did play a part too. There was traffic there, so
Yeah, I think Catalunya probably not the track that will see it, but I'd like to hope, because let me tell you, that was one of our most exciting finishes that I've ever seen since I've been commentating AES. So if you're listening, boys, play with strategy for me. Gives me something to talk about. I enjoy it. So
they'll keep that close to their chest.
We jump down with Jarrett Stark, who's giving chase to Tristan Jack right now.
Have a German versus a Italian. A Ferrari. Oh, he's in a bloody McLaren sandwich there.
Sure is.
Oh, Merc sandwich. What is that McLaren for? Merc sandwich. Oh, God.
They're a good looking and a good sounding car, the Merc. I am a fan. Haven't seen a lot of them this season. I don't know if they're being punished by the BOP, but yeah. So, and as predicted, like it's a hard track to follow closely because the long sweepers, the aero just absolutely punishes you if you're trying to follow too close. As we look up and down the field, we've got Ilias and Howie absolutely going to war. Ilias about to make a move. Small dooring, but he's
him a bump.
Got it through. And now Martin Hallinan threatening to follow, threatening to take advantage. But there's just no room. So Nathan Howe retains 5th position, and Ilias gets after Alex Court to see if he can make up that deficit. It's one of those, the track just punishes you, doesn't it? Like if you put a wheel in the dirt like Ilias did, he's now spent, 5-6 laps trying to find his way back past, and now finds himself 6 seconds down the road from Alex Court. That's a big deficit to make up. And then on this track, of all tracks, you got to try and get past too. It's brutal.
I mean, what do we got? Matty Webber out. Not Matty Webber. Alex is, what's he, 7 seconds up the road on?
Yes, 7.5 seconds up the road on Ilias. Oh, sorry, 6.5. Yeah, 6.5.
6.5, yeah.
Yeah.
We got Matty Webber. He's up there somewhere. he's way up the track.
He is. Look at this. So Matty Webber, 3 seconds down from Owen Coleman, and 3.5 up from Alex Court. Just finding some racetrack to put in his laps, and looking at times. Let's have a look at our lap time comparison, actually. So, pretty much even most of those laps. So it looks like when they get it right, it looks like Alex has maybe made a mistake here and there on lap 5 and 6, but these are two very evenly matched.
Look at Owen's time. He's the only one in the 142s. Everyone else is 143, 144.
He is, but if we have a look at his lap times, he's a bit inconsistent at the moment. So he's dropped, over the course of those 5 laps, he's dropped a little over 1.5 seconds. 10th there. I think if Matty's watching the relative, he'll be excited with his prospects at the moment. He'll be thinking he's in with a chance there, because slowly but surely he is just clawing time off Owen Coleman.
I really thought they wouldn't get away. They've set themselves like there's 3 seconds between 1, 2, and 3. They've gotten away. I thought, no, they'll be close racing tonight.
It is one of those where I think those long sweepers, they do just punish tyres and punish drivers if they try and follow too closely. And g'day, Cashy. Good to have you on board, mate. Shame you're not in the car, but if you can't be in the car, here's the place to be.
Correct. Cashy, I hope you're well, mate.
So it looks like Martin Hallinan and Nathan Howe still going to war here. We have a look. Couple of tenths in it. It's just... It's one of those tracks, mate. It really is. It just... The F1's the same. It punishes you for following closely. So you sort of want to get the pace differential up, get the job done quickly, or get it done on strategy. If you have to follow too close for too long, your tyres are going to pay for it. Martin just looking for a move there, but it just washed out a little on him on the front end there and blocked his path on the inside that he was setting up.
Axel's starting to pull away from Howie there. He's pulling away.
Yeah, now that he's got past, he's managed to get himself a couple of seconds down the road, but it looks like he's doing about the same lap times as Alex, so I haven't seen that gap close yet. I honestly thought we were going to see a move from Martin by the end of the straight there. But again, it's just... Oh, here we go. He thought about it. The big long sweeper there. Is he going to be able to get a run down into this... I don't know, what do you call it? Hairpin? It's not really a hairpin. Oh.
He closes up on the brakes.
Pace. Yeah. Howie just driving very sensibly, closing the door, making sure there's no line on the inside where it's not owed. And telling Martin, if you want to find a way through, you're going to have to claim the space that you're owed prior to turn-in.
Over the real estate. It'd be interesting to see what sort of wing they're running. They're running. One's running a higher wing setting, and or a click here. One's got another click off.
It's one of those tracks that does tend to...
Oh, here we go. Ooh.
Thought about it. And we've got Dan Siciliano here in the Jack Daniels Mustang. Yeah. That's a nice looking livery, isn't it? I like that. The orange and black.
And for our viewers, drink responsibly. We can't stress that enough. Drink responsibly.
These two are still going at it. Tristan Jack putting the pressure on Jarrett Stark. Gets alongside. But just has to bail out of it. But Jarrett has run wide.
We've put the curse on him.
We did. The commentator's curse,
him.
And he's lost a couple of positions there. Glenn Crellin able to capitalise and take the Are You OK AMG straight on through. It's claiming that was a crash. I don't think that's a crash. Let's have a look at the replay.
That's just put a lot of... Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. The eyes were too dirty.
Yeah, that gravel, it'll get you, especially on a track like this. As we go back up here with Howie, who's still under all sorts of pressure from Martin Hallinan. I'm seeing a Chris Ruddle has had an issue. Let's have a look at the replay there. What's happened to Chris? Dive the inside there.
Oh!
Look, I'm no steward, but if I was Chris, I would be on the radio to race control saying, "No, Mikey, no."
Yeah, we'll let race control handle that one.
I think so.
Yeah,
Definitely far enough alongside to be owed room, in my opinion. Again, I'm not gonna make any calls. All of those penalties will be published for those interested after the race when they're decided on aesleague.org, where you should be headed if you want to join and be a part of this wonderful series.
And it is a good series. Doesn't matter what skill level you are.
That's it. That's why we have, speaking of, that's why we have the classes, because everyone's welcome and everybody has a chance to win in their Oh, what have I done there? That's what we want. Everyone has a chance to win in their class. So looking at it, Dan Siciliano currently from Mark Foster, who's actually reasonably close behind. There's less than a second between those two. There's Mark Foster there and Dan Siciliano just down the track. So a bit of a battle on our hands for the silver top spot. And we were right about some of these battles because it turns out Nathan Howe and Martin Hallinan are our top two in the gold class. So it seems like these platinum boys are refusing to put on a show for us tonight, but the other classes, they don't care. They're going to put on a show if these other people won't. And even, yeah, so not a huge amount in it between Jarrett Stark and Drew Hill in our bronze class tonight. So yeah, there's a bit going on, mate.
Yeah, there is. And Martin has not been able. He catches under brakes, but I think he's running a little bit more wing, I think, than Howie. I think Howie's running a click less, and I think Martin's running just a click. He's got a click on. I'm probably going to be wrong, more than likely. I'm wrong, but
just giving him that bit of protection down the straights that he needs. So I see Brad Coates is going to war here with Glenn Jones still. So Mercedes versus BMW versus BMW.
Yeah.
They're all the same. They're all, made in Germany somewhere. I was going to say Wolfsburg, but that's VW.
What do you think? The Germans make some of the... They're good at their engineering, put it that way. They're really, really good at their engineering.
Oh, they really are. Well, I saw some weird swaps, but it was just my... what am I saying?
A little wiggle there. Little bit of a wiggle.
Gonna try and get it done the long way, or is he going to try for the switchback? Just trying to put the run on and just, yeah, it doesn't quite work. Now that's an interesting one. Apparently, Samuel Smith has passed Sam Monterosso, according to my timing board. Not quite sure how that happens.
I was going to say how that happened.
But we'll go back live with these two. Closest battle on track at the moment, although... Looks like Jarrett Stark is applying some pressure.
He
trying to find his way past the 071 car. But we still have action down the front to watch, so we'll go have a look at that. With Martin Hallinan still looking. Oh, he's left the door open a little there, Howie. He's missed the apex. Is that going to allow Martin a chance to get through? Tries to sneak it around the outside. He's going to get the run here, maybe.
Oh, there we go. There's a bit of a hurry up. That's the... Yeah, hurry up.
Little bump draft.
Yep. But I just noticed Axel has not managed to skip away on Howie. He's not managed to. He's not managed to skip away on him.
No, he pulled that initial 3 seconds, and then that's where it sort of stayed. Meanwhile,
these boys are
Alex pulling away from him. So yeah, our front three, we've still got Alex. You can see away in the background there was Ilias. And then Matt Webber, he's a fair way along. He's through that first section, running onto that back little straight there. And where's Owen in regards to him? He's down the road further again. Sending it down the hill, starting to come in contact with some traffic. So we're 26 minutes in, still over an hour of racing left. They'll be just trying to get their strategy sorted at the moment. As Martin looks again, and that's the thing at the moment.
Here we
He's
go.
under all sorts of pressure because Dan Siciliano's there going, look, boys, I've sat here long enough. I think I want to go past.
A train of Mustangs. It's a beautiful sight. It is. It really is a beautiful sight.
Mate, it's a shame that Audi pulled out. I like the Audi. But if we can't have the Audis, the Mustangs will do.
Yeah.
So he'll be feeling a bit more inclined to try and push his way through Martin Hallinan there, I think, because getting the hurry up from Dan Siciliano, he's sort of going now, well, if I don't do something, then I'm going to lose both positions. And he doesn't want that. He doesn't want a silver car that he then has to try and navigate to get past Howie for the gold top step.
Like, look down the... Just watching that lap then, like, under brakes, the other two catch Howie. But then as soon as Howie's on the straight, boom. It's... Yeah, he builds a bit of a gap.
Maybe running a bit of an legal tune, a little more boost or something. Are these supercharged, the GT3? I don't know. Or are they NA? I don't know.
Wing. No, they're naturally aspirated, the Mustang. They're a natural.
Yeah, right,
they're an
right.
NA.
And look at him close right up again. Howie takes all the track. A little bit of a defensive line there. And just holds Martin Hallinan at bay again.
You can put a supercharger on them. It'll cost you about... Supercharger for a Mustang is about $21,000 or so.
God
Not
damn.
cheap. Oh, here we go. He's looking. He's giving him... He's filling his mirrors up to say, here I am. But...
Yes, it's definitely the most interesting battle on track right now, although Chris Withers appears to be under threat from... Or is he doing the threatening? He's doing the threatening.
He is.
So, bringing that Porsche into a contest with Tristan Jack right now. And Glenn Jones and Glenn Jones and Brad Coates still doing battle there. I think Brad will be getting a bit frustrated at this point. Did we miss... What happened to Jacques? Jacques is out. Not seeing anything on my timing screen where that has gone wrong.
Unless... Oh, I hope maybe his computer's crashed or he's rigged as... Yeah, he could have a power failure. Well, if he's just dropped off and there's no... One would assume either computer crash or power failure or... Yeah.
That's not good luck.
That's a shame for Jacques. No.
All right. Gosh. Guys, you need to do some passing here, or we're going to end up like the Le Mans commentators at, 2:30 a.m. asking what the only alternative to cake is. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but it's...
Well, the alternative to cake would be ice cream.
That's not what the sleep-deprived co-commentator at Le Mans went with. He went with heroin, but... if you haven't, if anybody hasn't seen that, Glenn Jones deciding to pick.
We've got an earlier. It's an hour. He's
interesting strategy. I guess he's thinking to himself, I've been battling, I'm losing time to the battle, get in, get some clean air. The question is, where's he going to come out? Is he going to come out in traffic? Is it going to backfire? But meanwhile, Howie's still under pressure from Hallinan. Ilias starting to pull away because they've been doing battle. A bit further down the road there, traffic may have had something to do with it. Looks like he's caught up a little to Alex, but not a huge amount. It's a lonely race for the guys up the front tonight.
Yeah, it is. But would you rather be lonely, or would you rather be under pressure? I think I know what I'd rather be. I don't think I'd want to be under pressure.
Honestly, maybe it's just me, but I think in the moment I'd rather be alone. But afterwards, when I look back on it, the wheel-to-wheel battles are always more rewarding, aren't they? Like you just love somebody to go toe-to-toe with and try and best them. I think I'd prefer to have 90 minutes of wheel-to-wheel absolute chaos, desperation, and respectful racing than I would 90 minutes of hot lapping.
Yeah. But if you're alone, you stay in your rhythm, and unless you're coming up on lap cars or you're getting lapped, whatever it is,
yep,
you maintain your rhythm.
Mind you, I can't steer to save myself, so I'm not in championship contention. So I think if you're a championship contender, the alone is probably better. But if you're like me and you're just in it for some fun, I think I'd prefer to battle hard and lose than to not get to battle at all and win. As the traffic almost hands Martin the keys to the kingdom.
He's gone wide. Oh, he's gone wide. Dan Siciliano's gone wide there, I think. And then that's allowed Mark up.
How wide did he go? Oh, very wide. Just almost loses the back end but keeps into it. And that's allowed Mark Foster through for a change in the lead. We jump back on board live. So Dan will be looking to get back past Mark Foster there, I think. I think we'll see some battles between those two very shortly. Kind of feel like I need to poke these guys with a stick. You know the meme, do something?
That's appropriate for some football teams too, you know. Do something when they're getting absolutely hammered.
You're just like, come on.
Yeah.
Otherwise we're going to end up, I don't know, devolving into some of my patented...
Would it be like Murray Walker? It went from the 12th man with Murray Walker and James Hunt. These cars have been going round and round. It's been so bloody boring. Yes, buddy, I couldn't agree with you more. Here we go. Now we've got...
But again, he's hung out to dry on the outside. This track just brutal for making those overtakes stick. Has to duck back in. Thinks about a move up the inside. Doesn't quite have the run.
They don't take each other out. If they take each other out, that's... Yeah. But I really don't think they're going. I don't think... They've raced cleanly so far. I don't see that happening.
It's been incredibly hard racing, but neither has put a foot wrong here. Just great defence from Howie. He's driving really well. And props to Martin. He's not shoving it alongside somewhere and just dooring him out the way. He's giving Howie all the respect that an AES racer deserves.
And Glenn's just gone into the pits. And so with Drew. Drew's in the pits as well. So...
yeah, looks like some early stoppers tonight. Just getting it out of the way. I wonder if that was pre-planned, because I think for an early stop to work really well, you really want to come out on, you know, half a tank of fuel, so that you're running at pace and making up positions in the early race and not carrying all that extra weight. You carry all that ballast and then you pull up early, you've just put yourself at a weight disadvantage for a significant chunk of the race.
It's sort of, depending on where you are in the field, determine, well, you'll be thinking to yourself, right, where do I pit? Do I go in at halfway in the race, or do I go just a couple of laps longer and make it an hour, so that way then I've got half an hour to use the fresher tyres on the lower fuel load and give it your best shot to get up there.
I'm almost surprised we haven't seen one of these two stop. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hallinan pit maybe, you know, half a dozen laps before he's out of fuel. Just because he'll be thinking, well, I've got pace. If I can get in a few laps early and get back up to pace, I might be able to make up the difference in the stop and get it done without having to get an overtake done.
How would it be if they both came in at the same time? You'd be sitting there going, well, here we go. Who's going to short fill? Who's going to...
So who have we had stop so far? We've had Glenn Jones and Glenn Crellin. Drew Hill and Jacques has made a stop. He's back on track, so he's no longer out. So, yeah, It may have been a mechanical failure there.
Yeah, he might have had it. Yeah, he might have had a computer. Maybe lost his internet for a couple of minutes.
So it looks like something earlier has happened to Matt Knight too. It's showing him as out. Yeah, that's not ideal. So yeah, who have we lost so far? We've lost Matt Knight, Sam Monterosso and Daniel Hoffman.
I don't think Sam and Daniel took the track, actually.
No, I think you're right. I'm not seeing a best lap time from any of those. Geez, the intervals are properly spread out here as we head through the field a little bit. Owen's managed to scoot off down the road about 8 seconds if we bring our battle box. Our battle box is already up. And who else have we got? So yeah, he's 7.5 seconds ahead of Matt Webber. Matt Webber putting in laps there. Another 7.5 seconds or so ahead of Alex Court. Alex and the team Kamikaze gear. Car 071, an early pit stopper. And slowly working on that gap is Ilias Dogan. So let's have a look at, if we go back to Alice and bring up our lap times. What we got there? So the last 5, a bit of a yo-yoing there, but overall, Ilias making up time. So then we got Howie, of course, who's still under pressure from Martin Hallinan. Needs no introduction. These two have been all over it all night. Mark Foster putting in a good solid performance, currently leading silver. And again, yo-yoing a bit between him and Dan Siciliano.
Oh, Dan's run wide again.
He has.
Dan's run wide.
Went off track. Let's go back and have a look at that because we missed the detail. Just laid under the brakes, puts a wheel in the dirt, gets the back unsettled, but he's back into it.
He's lost a little rhythm there. Oh, there we go. Howie's in.
So he is. Look at that. Howie pulling the trigger.
Well, he's pretty much halfway. He would have one more lap, 2 more laps, and then maybe halfway. So
yeah.
So let's see what time Martin can pull out. If he's going to stay out for a lap or two, let's see if he can go faster. Now he's got some clean air.
Brad Coates, who's often a front runner, this may not be a favourite track. He appears to not be challenging in his usual position. He's often up there mixing it with the Platinums. Maybe it was the talk of him having to be bumped up a grade last week. He went, no, I'm going to sandbag this week because I like it here in gold. And we got Sean Memler having a quiet race. He's what? He's 5 seconds behind Brad. 11 seconds in front of Chris Ruddle. And we got Chris Ruddle putting in his laps. 10 seconds either side of him. They're really spread out, aren't they?
They are.
You got Tristan Jack. Similar sort of thing. 10 seconds ahead, 12 seconds behind to Chris Withers. And Howie's come out 8 seconds behind Chris. So he's definitely timed that well. He's got himself some clean air to just smash in laps on those fresh tyres and try build a bit of a gap. 13 seconds behind him, we've got Jarrett Stark in the Viva Italia Ferrari. And Glenn Jones, also another stopper. Look at that, he's putting on pace at the moment, just eking out the gap between him and Glenn Crallen. Again, 10 seconds in front, 26 seconds behind. It's hard to get overtakes done when they're all so far apart, isn't it? So
it is.
Glenn Crallen, similar story, 26 seconds ahead, 29 seconds behind. We've got Chris Paich there. Same thing, 30 and 30. We go to Drew Hill, 23, and then Jacques, who's a lap down after his potential mechanical failure. But good to have him back on track. So, yeah, that's the state of play at the moment, mate.
It is, yep. I want to see where Howie and Matty come out. I want to see how this is going to play out. I think this is the battle. This is the battle of the race, though.
I think
Howie
so.
and Martin.
And I think it's going to come down to the strategy. The question is, will the undercut pay off for Nathan Howe? I'm seeing Drew Hill has had a bit of drama, but again, FIA grade 1, as we pointed out earlier tonight. So, second one, those tyres just not very kind once they're overheated like that. Absolutely no grip, a little too much right foot, and finds himself around a second time. But he's back on track because we got all the runoff in the world. So it's not race ending. So it looks like we've got Dan Siciliano in the pits now, along with Elias Dugan. Dugan. Let's get back out of the replay. Who we got? Wait, why are they going to scenic? They should. Oh, there we go. So yeah, Dan taking his pit stop. It's just doing the weird thing. Elias. Is he underway? No, it's switched me to Scenic again. Is he out of the car? He better not be out of the car. He is, he's out.
He is, he's out.
Did something happen, or did he just decide he wanted to smoke?
He's probably decided he wants to smoke. That's how we'll go with that.
I think so. I'm not seeing anything on my timing screen to suggest that trouble has befallen him. I think he just decided that the gap to Alex wasn't closing fast enough, and that was enough for tonight. Or it may not even be enough for tonight. It may just be, I want a break, then I'll go do some more laps.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm running out of things to talk about, mate.
There's no real battle packs, is there? There's, apart from...
Yeah, we've got those strategy battles to keep an eye on. So
Yeah. And we are over halfway now, so into the back half of the race now.
So let's have a look at our stoppers. What lap have they pitted on? So looks like our earliest was lap 18. Howie stopped on 24. Howie's already caught and passed Chris Withers there. Go back and have a look at the replay for that. Because when you have an overtake for position, it's rare at this track. So it gives us something to watch. And it looks like Chris Withers didn't fight that one too hard. He's happy to let Nathan Howe go. He knows it's not his fight tonight. And you know what? You have to commend that. That's racecraft. Like, yeah, it's for position. He's under no obligation to let it go, to let it be done. But by the same token, he knows he has to stop. He knows that it only holds the both of them up. So, you know, why fight it?
So Martin must be going to go long. He's going to go and try and get the tyres to...
squeeze every last
change
drop
tyres,
out.
every last drop out of that tank, and then go short with the fuel, so he'll be lighter.
Yep, I think you're right.
Not a bad strategy.
We should be only a few minutes from finding out how it all plays out. And Chris Withers pitted that lap too, so little wonder he didn't fight it too hard. He was happy to just get out. Well, it looks like after the stops have shaken out, Glenn Jones and Sean Memler are battling there. He's just taken that position quite cleanly. Just sent it on through, mate. Another one, I don't think Sean was looking to fight it too hard. Has Sean pitted yet? Let's go to the overall, because it looks like he's not on my... Yeah, they're both pitted, so... Glenn Jones pitting a bit earlier, and Sean not willing to give it up. It looks like he's coming back at him.
Go. Let's just hope it doesn't end in tears. No, he's got that done cleanly.
He's had all the pace in the world down that straight. I think that's the first one I've seen where the slipstream and the run and whatever's actually worked, and you know, he was tucked back in onto the racing line by the time he got to the braking zone.
He was. Maybe he knew he probably would not. He's faster. I'll just let him go. Just let him go.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know. I don't know. Glenn Jones has been having a heck of a night. He's, you know, been battling with Brad Coates there for a significant chunk of it. As Chris Page finally allows them on through to continue their battle. So where's Brad Coates ended up? Currently P6, but one of those yet to stop. Our top 7 so far yet to stop, although Chris Ruddle's in the pit lane now. It's going to be the excitement of the night, isn't it, Jace? Where things shake out after these pit stops. They're not going to get it done on track, they're going to get it done in the pit lane. A start.
Ever since they stopped allowing refueling in Formula 1, I don't know. I reckon they should go back to letting the cars fill up, and because it throws an unexpected spanner in the works, like if you use your pit strategy.
It does, it does make things a hell of a lot more interesting, but I guess the burn victims wasn't a good look for the F1, so...
Yeah, you only had the Jos Verstappen one. That's the only one I can remember. That was 94, Benetton. He was racing, and like they showed it actually. He lets the fuel out, and it just sprays everywhere, and then it hits the engine. Woo. That's it, because the engine's running hot. The fuel just no.
Alex Court pulling the trigger. He's made his stop, getting back underway. Martin Hallinan is leaving the pits now. Let's find out.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. No, is that Howie? That's Howie in the background.
That has worked out an absolute treat for him, the overcut. He is a long way ahead. Surely he's... Let's have a look at these stop times, because surely he's not... Oh, we got pit time.
46.
46?
Howie was 52. So Harry would have taken a bit of extra. Maybe Howie took a little bit extra fuel, but...
Yep.
That's an awful... If Howie can catch Martin, this will be the race. This one, I know it's not for a podium or anything, but it'll make for an exciting race. Put it that way.
Well. You say that, but if we have a look at the groups, with Brad Coates yet to stop, it is for the top spot in gold.
Oh yes, I stand corrected.
So I think Martin will be well pleased in how that strategy's played out for him. The overcut, very powerful by the looks of it. I think they probably take a few laps to come on because, you know, it's closing right down with Dan and Howie catching Martin at a rate of knots on that fresh rubber. But track position is key here.
It is. It's about two laps to get the to get the tyres up to temp, but at 44 degrees, I'll say a lap and a bit. Warm enough.
Yeah. So we're seeing in that battle down the field as Sean Menlo finds himself going a bit wide there. A little too much pace into the kitty litter, but Glenn Jones just fallen. Oh, big snap there. That's brought Glenn right back into his rear view mirror. Doesn't take much here, does it?
It doesn't.
So it looks like Mark Foster's managed to stay ahead of No, I'm still on the replay because I'm an idiot. Looks like Mark Foster has managed to stay ahead of... oh, hang on. Not stay ahead. He's ahead after a stop. Have they both stopped? Let's have a look. What's... No. Brad
Dan
Coates
hasn't.
and Mark Foster both haven't taken to the pits yet. So we've got a few holdouts left, mate. We've got... What do we got? Coleman and Webber haven't taken to the pits yet.
Yeah, so you'd be... So with half an hour to go, you're going to be light on fuel. And your tyres will be now nearing the end of their life, so...
I think if they're paying attention to the standings at all, which, let's face it, that's a big if. It's a big ask to race engineer and manage your own race. But I think both Matt Webber and Owen Coleman would be very buoyed by the position that Martin Hallinan finds himself in now, and seeing that the overcut has worked out so well for him.
It has. And not all the good battles of the race are held up between the first, well, the top podium 1, 2, 3. But with the classes, there's been some really good battles tonight.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, here we go. Dan's pulling the pin.
Makes sense. The Speed Ferrari of Mark Foster taking to the pit lane. And I don't know if you got your timing up, Jace, but...
I'm watching yours, mate. I don't.
Mate, I am not seeing a single interval right now suggesting anything in the overtake at risk. These positions at the moment are set in absolute stone.
We're just
For
shy
now,
of half an hour to go.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. This is it's one of the tougher ones. One of the tougher ones to call tonight.
There we go. Dan's got in front of.
Oh, yep. His undercuts worked, and he's now back in the lead from Mark Foster.
Yep. I've got a little slow down there.
And look at that. Not a big difference between them. Only a second half. And you know who will be most upset by that? That's Howie. Because Howie now right all over the back of Mark Foster, but he now has another car that he's got to try and find his way past before he can make inroads on Martin Hallinan. With Dan Siciliano coming out and inserting himself between them.
Well, we are now 29 minutes, 29:50 to go. So now's the time. Is he going to make a move under the Ferrari? He is. Get out of my way, he says.
Throws it under and just
little
to seal
snap
it, little
there.
snap, and
Jux
comes on through as well.
Yep.
Ferrari on Ferrari violence. And seeing Chris Pate is just potentially, what's he done there? I thought maybe that, yeah, looks like he took it a little, gets off the track there so that he can rejoinly clean.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he just took the apex a little too tight there. As we see, Owen Coleman and Matt Webber have both entered the pits together. So no overcut or undercut there. Yeah, I think he just took that apex a little tight, got tyres a bit dirty and it couldn't hang on.
Yep. So he's got Dan up the road.
Let's have a look at their lap times and see if we can do a little AWS battle predictor of our own. So toing and froing a little bit, but we'll see now that Howie's around cleanly how that shakes out. I think the reason we're seeing a lot of yo-yoing in the battles tonight on the lap times is because, like we spoke of earlier, the dirty air just overheats those tyres. So they'll push, they'll get close, and the tyres just cook that little bit and they can't hold the pace and they drop back a little bit. Then they push up again once the tyres cool down. One of those tracks, mate.
It is.
Elias yet to come back on track. So yeah, it looks like he's decided he's out. I'm seeing... Oh wait, how did that happen? Ah, because Brad hasn't stopped yet. Mate, this guy has a magic fuel tank. Every week he manages to... Oh!
Well, Alex, come on, right
Alex goes, thank you. If you're on old tyres and I'm on fresh rubber and got the pace, I'm going to come on right through. But yeah, Brad, he always seems to have more fuel than everybody else. Have you ever noticed that?
Actually, I must say I haven't.
Fella always seems to be one of the last to stop, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out for him, because what's he? He's 18 seconds down the road from Martin Hallinan, 28 seconds from Howie. They lost around 50 seconds a stop, so yeah, I don't think it's going to result in too much of a change in position.
If he pits now, he won't be stopped for 50 seconds. He'll only be stopped for probably about 40, because he's got to take less fuel.
Yeah, but I think by the time you take... All right, let's have a look. So where are we? He's 17 seconds down the road from Martin Hallinan and 27 seconds from Howie. So, yeah, I think he'll find himself back in third after the stop in the gold class. But still an impressive run nonetheless to make the fuel last an hour and 5 minutes. How is he still going?
Well, he won't be running on vapours.
Surely he's got to pit this lap, right? If he doesn't pit this lap, there's something wrong with this guy's fuel tank. We need an inquiry. He's doing Ferrari F1 thing. Remember when they were doing weird things with their fuel pump in between the pulses, feeding it more fuel?
I don't know why. Well, not against FIA regs. Well, you're always finding you read the rule book and then you find what you can do and what you can't do. So you just...
It was quietly settled and the loophole closed with no penalties. Oh, he runs a little deep there. I think those tyres just starting to protest a little bit after an hour and 5 on track.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember that one well, the way that there was a lot of criticism of the FIA for it, because the whole idea was the rules said you can only pump X amount of fuel per, and there he is, dives into the pits to get that one fueled up. So I tell you what, somehow though, these stops have brought Matt Webber and Alex Court on top of each other. Matt Webber under real pressure from Alex Court now for the second step. How did that happen?
I'm glad. I don't know. And Glenn Crellin has got a black flag.
Well, so he does.
Maybe too many.
The old track limits.
Yeah, well, did he speed in the pit lane? But he'd already pitted though, hadn't he? Glenn?
Yeah, I think he pitted earlier.
Yeah,
We can have a look. Pit lap. Let's have a look. Pit lap. And Glenn Crullen. Yeah, he pitted lap 20. So, yeah.
No, he's probably track limits.
They'll get you. They will get you.
Yep.
So that's all the stops done and dusted now. It's a flat-out sprint to the end. Again, Webber, look at the chunks of time. Webber's, Alex Court is taking out of Matt Webber there. 1.6, 1.7, 6, 1. What is going on there? Matt Webber will now be looking to get his skates on and keep his nose clean. So big differentiator on this track and the ability for lap time is that curb on the entry to the final corner. It's a few cars that can run over it. Cars like the Porsche cannot. They will launch into the air, which makes it very hard to, you'll see how much Alex has just lost to Matt Webber on that start-finish straight.
Yep. V8 versus the Boxer.
Yeah, it does make it tough. The Porsche does unfortunately bottom out there, so basically every car that can just drive over it like it thinks it's a patrol will get an automatic bonus extra bit of mid-corner speed and extra run down that straight, and it makes it very hard on the cars that can't touch that curb.
And when you said patrol, you know the Toyota boys are going to be after you now. They'll be a Toyota, that's a Nissan recovery vehicle, and vice versa.
Yes, well, we can't all be slapping our thongs. The old thong slap limiter of the big V8 diesel.
Yep. Just over 20 minutes to go.
And it looks like Webber has just settled down a little bit. Whatever was causing him grief on those couple of laps there from lap 34 to 36. He's now back in the rhythm and pulling away from Alex again. Might have just been the cold tyres, you reckon? Maybe a little back end wiggle or something somewhere has cost him some time, and he's back into it and just putting in his laps. So Mark Foster mounting a challenge on Nathan Howe. The only battle happening on track right now, Howie and Mark Foster. He's challenging, isn't he?
He is.
We've got some traffic there. Kindly getting out of the way. Who's that?
Yeah, he's moved.
Drew Hill moves over and lets these two continue with their little war. I don't know, maybe I'm cooked from having my head in the schematics and PCB layout all day, or maybe these guys need to do something. But I don't know, I'm running out of things to say.
Well, we can just let the racing do the talking.
This is
Just
true.
let the racing do the talking.
This is true. Although, these two are getting close, aren't they? They're getting real close. They're about to make a battle out of it. Mark Foster tries to hang it around the outside. Oh, made it hard on himself, but he's going around again. Is he going to be able to
He's
set
going for the
himself up
over-under.
here?
No.
Just a little snap that's cost him every chance of the run.
It's cost him a tenth. It's probably a tenth of a second. So apart from bronze, Ford occupies the first position of the other classes. Silver, gold, and platinum.
It's an absolute weapon here. An absolute weapon. Very tough car to beat.
And if you want one, go see your local Ford dealer.
Or
cars,
buy a German
or
car.
whatever website. I was going to say that, but whatever website you like to buy cars on, whatever your preferred website is.
Just
using your favourite search engine.
There for Mark Foster. Is that for position? Yeah, no, sorry, that's...
No,
yeah,
he's
that's
letting
Chris
him pass.
Withers.
Yeah, Chris is letting him pass.
Yeah, you could go and see a Ford dealer, or, you know, could have some self-respect and go and buy a German car.
No.
Just banter, mate. Just banter.
I was going to say, I know. You know how much parts cost on a German car, though, don't you?
Unfortunately, all too well.
No, not as much as a Dodge Ram, I can tell you that.
Mate, I couldn't afford the fuel in a Dodge Ram. The price of diesel these days. Oh.
Yeah, 244.9 up here in Cairns.
It's yeah, it's brutal out there at the moment.
It is.
These GT3 guys would be happy they're running on. I reckon even some of these teams would be tempted to, you know, sneak some 95 and a bottle of octane booster in.
Or you could be, or you could just use Uncle Jesse's moonshine like they did in the Dukes of Hazzard. They filled the car up with moonshine.
Funny enough, I don't know if you've been to the local United too much, but even E85 seems to be going up, which is annoying because you're like, hang on, it's only got 15% bloody fuel in it. Price of corn hasn't gone up. Corn doesn't come through the goddamn Strait of Hormuz. What's the problem here?
Well, E10 is $1.98.9 at the moment here.
Yep, my RS3 is tuned to run on a bit of corn juice. Loves the stuff. And it's a
the
good
Mustang
smell.
the Mustang can run E10.
No, mate, you want the full E85 experience. So you can wind that timing right up, wind the boost right up. Extra, I don't know, I think it gives me, on a stock turbo, something like an extra 120 HP. It's not insignificant.
Oh, we don't have E85 up here.
Oh, really? You don't have any United servos?
Oh, yeah, but they sell the E10. I don't think they sell the E85.
Yeah,
and
right.
I don't think my car can run E85. I think E10 is the maximum it can run.
Nah, it normally has to be tuned specially for it. You have to get it off the shelf and reflash it. And
yeah, I'm
away
not
you
doing
go.
That.
Yeah, admittedly, I want to set it up for a flex fuel setup, which I don't know why we're talking about this. This has nothing to do with the race, but
Yeah, nothing to do. Well, let's get back to it. We've got less than 15 to go now. We've got nearly 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes to go.
yeah, we're getting there. And, you know, these two are the only two that are threatening an overtake. So if you're wondering why we've watched these two for so long, it's because everybody else is multiple seconds apart and are just going to finish where they finish. As Mark Foster takes to the outside, pulls along in the braking zone, trying to hang it around the outside and set up the inside for turn 2, but tucks back in. So if we look at his lap times, are we going to see, if we jump on board with Howie here and open up our lap time comparison, there it is, that yo-yo. Tries to set up the switch back
You're gonna
here.
go the over under.
He goes left, he goes right. And still, the Mustang too wide to find a way through. Yeah, I think that gives some credence to the whole, you know, you overheat them, you cool them down, you overheat them, you attack, you cool them down.
Yep.
It's just one of those tracks. Howie using every inch of track available to maximise his run down the straight. Doesn't want a repeat of the last lap where he has to defend. He'd rather just be able to hit his marker, take his line and push on through. And again, we see that yo-yo in effect. The tyres, you heat them up, you cool them down. I think it's good though. It adds a real element of strategy because, you know, you can't just push and push and push until a mistake's made or you find a way through. You really got to think about it and set it up well in advance.
Yeah. Well, you pay for the track, might as well use all the track.
100%. As Foster closes up again.
Just over 10 minutes to go.
Just menacing the gearbox. Nathan Howe. Thinks about a move, looks around the outside there. Jump on board. Have a look at what he's seeing. Or what he would be if he was his own passenger, I guess. Just flirting with that sausage curb, opening it up. Just doesn't quite have the run. And I see another black flag, Chris Withers on his way into the pit lane to serve a penalty. So potentially some track limits there too.
Yes, well, if you got in the, maybe he's sped in the pit lane because he's in the pit lane.
No, I think he'd already pitted, so I'm pretty sure he
Oh, here we go.
Absolutely going to war. Is there enough of a run to do something with it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the.
He's got a meatball.
Crowell's got himself
Glenn's
a
got
meatball.
Yep.
I don't know how my timing's not showing me a. Oh, hang on. I'm seeing an off-track for Glenn a little while ago. Let's go back to the replay and see if we can figure out how that meatball came to pass. No, I don't think it would have been the DRS board that did it. It must have been something further along that the timing hasn't picked up. Well, 8 minutes of racing to go here. Most positions decided unless there's some ill fate like a meatball for poor Glenn Crellin. Let's go through the field again, shall we? See where everybody's sitting as we come towards the end here. We'll keep an eye on this battle though in case something does happen. So, Owen Coleman navigating traffic. He has not looked in doubt all night. Currently 16 seconds in the lead. With 8 minutes to go, I don't think anything's happening there unless, as I say, ill fate befalls him. But he'll be feeling pretty comfortable right now. You got Matt Webber also in the traffic trying to find a way past. And kindly let through. Alex caught there. He's about 5 seconds behind after putting on a mid-race a bit of a threat to Matt. It's just settled down, followed by Martin Hallinan, who managed to jump Howie with strategy tonight. Then Dan Siciliano also with a big overcut managed to jump in front as well. Howie there still in that battle with Mark Foster that we've been watching on board with. Brad Coates, bit of a quiet night for him, a bit of a battle with Glenn Jones earlier in the night, but since the stops has just been putting in his laps. 5 seconds down the road, Sean Memler. And then another 10 seconds down the road, we've got Glenn Jones.
And he's got to slow down. He's got a yellow.
Yes. Yep. Wait, hang on. Yellow.
So he's just got to slow down just for.
Then we've got Chris Ruddle, and he's found himself a nice little gap there. 7 seconds in front. 37 seconds, not under too much threat in silver there. With Tristan Jack putting in his laps in the 999 AMG. You got Chris Withers behind him. He's put in a good race tonight, made some good moves. You got Jarrett Stark. The Mercedes of Glenn Crellin that we saw off track not so long ago. And he's got himself a big old gap to Drew Hill. And you got Chris Page and Jacques, who unfortunately appears to have had some mechanical dramas earlier in the night. So that's our race at the moment, with 5 minutes to go, and only these two at war. That would be Nathan Howe and Mark Foster. Let's have a look at our little lap time box. What do we got? Again, the yo-yoing in effect. Up and down, up and down. Tyres heat, tyres cool. Whew. 50 laps, and they've all spread right out, Jace.
They have.
Exemplary performance from Owen tonight. He's just put in clean lap after clean lap. Let's have a look at their bests. Is he still the only one in the 42s? Sure is. Just ran away with it tonight. Never in doubt.
No, never in doubt. Not at all. Although I picked Alex Gord for the win, but hey, he's still up there. He's in third.
He is. Just wasn't quite able to keep with Matt Webber tonight. It looks like there's something happened there. No, just gradually bleeding time. One of those tracks, this one, and in fact, I can tell you that the word on the street is that the Porsche is the worst in the entire lineup at this track in particular. It just doesn't suit it well, and Alex has done very well to keep it. As you notice, see where Webber put the car over that, and if we jump, I'm not sure if we'll catch it in time. Notice Webber was able to run it right wide over that sausage curb with no ill effects. That's the thing we were talking about earlier that just absolutely bleeds lap time, particularly for the Porsche, because it can't touch it at all without bottoming out. So Webber getting a straight line advantage down that big long run into the home finish straight every single lap of the race, which, let's be honest, it's probably frustrated Alex a little bit tonight.
He's kept it clean. He has.
He'll be happy to take the points.
Yeah, you'll be happy to take. He needs, well, to both Taylor and White, he needs points, and he's getting a handful of them here.
That's it.
A minute to go, so we'll either have one more lap to go after this from Matty Coleman.
Win it or bin it is a, great idea in theory, but it doesn't win championships. Consistency wins championships.
Yep.
Ask poor George Russell, who's been dogged by reliability issues. So we see one of the unnamed lap cars getting out of the way of these two trying to decide that. What are they? Decide the 6th position. Dan Siciliano probably got Silver wrapped up, you'd think, at this point.
You would think so.
Oh, and a little more than halfway around the track at the moment. So I'm sure he will be happy to see that checkered flag being waved. Take himself a victory. Is that his first this season? I know he's been a threat since he joined.
I think they've still got another lap to go. They're still right. Oh no, hang on. No. Hang on, they've still got a lap to go. They're still racing.
Hang on, how can that be? We're over an hour and a half.
Depends when they cross the finish line.
Yeah, but he's about to cross the line.
Yeah, but so he's crossed the line, but the lead's got to cross the finish line to get the...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the leader now. So, yeah, this is the checkered flag, mate. It's just come up. So, Owen Coleman, give us
there we go.
flashes,
So there's
doing the wiggles.
Yep.
Clean win for him tonight. Matt Webber, See again. See what I was talking about there, mate, with how much sausage he took?
Yep. He's flashing the light saying, I want my Hungry Jack's order. Where is it?
Mate, we would all be lucky if these guys were our Uber Eats drivers, because we wouldn't have to wait so damn long. Alex
No, I
crosses the
don't. I
line.
don't use them. I don't use them anymore after a mistake they made. So, anyway.
Mate, they just fib to you anyway.
Mm.
They'll tell you 20 minutes until you order, and then suddenly it's an hour and 20 minutes. You go, what? You did the bait and switch. Don't appreciate it. Martin Hallinan comes in to take the gold top spot for the night. Dan Siciliano, the Jack Daniels Mustang, giving us the flashes, getting the job done. Exemplary performance from Howie tonight. He'll be upset that the strategy didn't work out for him. Held the gold lead for a lot of the race and just decided in the pits, unfortunately. Mark Foster there.
Unfortunately.
Then we'll have Brad Coates next to take the checkered. And that, I believe, is all of them. So we don't want the qualifier, we want the race results. So Owen Coleman by 16 seconds from Matt Webber, from Alex Court, from Martin Hallinan. So, non-eventful race tonight, Jace.
Yeah, it was all clean racing. That was a good race. There was some good battles.
Well, it's hard not to race clean when there's no overtakes, isn't it? As Owen absolutely destroying those tyres. Matt Webber as well. Alex just cruising around, but these two sending the rubber. They paid for the rubber. They're using all of it as we spin around and around and around. And, yeah. Well, looks like we've got some shy ones tonight. So, Alex, P3 tonight, mate.
Hey, boys.
How are you?
Tired.
Catalonia does seem to have that effect on people, doesn't it? It doesn't induce the best racing. A very quiet race all around. Not a lot of action happening at the front.
Yeah, definitely. Those Mustangs they're just freaking untouchable at the moment. It's pretty hard work, if I'm honest. But we keep working, and hopefully we can get a couple of P1s in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully with some more favourable tracks for the Porsche.
Yeah, I noticed all night that every time you found yourself close up to Matt, particularly that one of the things I've noticed is the difference in the Porsche to the Mustang here is that final corner. He can just open it up so much more because it just eats that sausage curb, whereas if I'm not mistaken, if you try and do the same, you find yourself going to outer space.
Yeah, absolutely. There are different lines around here, and throughout practice, like I did try taking that sausage curb on the last, just before the last corner, but I just found that the risk versus the reward was not enough for me. So yeah, look, it probably cost me a couple of tenths, maybe, or tenth here and there, but look, it's still P3. I'm still leading the championship, so that's all I need to keep doing. Really, is getting consistent results every week. So.
That's it,
Well, that
mate.
you are doing. Alex. You are doing that, and you were my pick for the win tonight. You were my pick for the
Oh.
win.
I don't know why you should
just
back a Mustang.
No, well, I could have gone with the Mustang, but no, I thought Alex is gonna do this tonight. You watch. Well, you
Thanks
got
for
P3 though.
yeah, look, yeah, I thought for a split second there I might have snatched P2. Matty came out, and but once his tyres came on, like it was, yeah, there was nothing I could do. So yeah,
Still a bag full of points, mate. Still a bag full of points.
oh, absolutely, yeah. Never going to complain at a P3, even if I didn't get on the podium, like it wouldn't have necessarily mattered. So yeah.
Well, good race, mate. And I see
Thanks,
we've
guys.
had some other drivers join us. So we've got the race winner tonight. Owen, you put it on pole and then just hot lapped the whole night. How'd your race go?
Yeah, it was good. It was a bit slippery with the warmer temperature compared to what I'd previously raced, and then just had to get used to it. It was a bit very twitchy right before I pitted. I was sort of drifting through the last couple corners.
Yeah, it's definitely a high deg sort of track here, and tyre management definitely plays a part. And I think that's why we saw everybody split so much, because from what I could see, following just it overheats the tyres and makes the race a lot harder if you've got to try and get overtakes done. So
Yeah. I was tossing up whether to do tyres or not, and then when I had Dan sitting right behind me, I'm like, nah, I need to do my tyres, because I was holding him up.
yeah, yeah, no.
Oh, what was it after last week's race where they didn't take tyres, and yeah, Ilias got him by just half a car length.
You wouldn't have been able to do much if you tried to double stint your tyres in this race. Like, it was within, I'd say like 5-10 minutes, like the tyres had already started dropping off.
Well, the track temperature was 44 degrees. It was warm.
Before I'd pitted, he even said, like, we're going to need new rubber soon. So I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, you know the degs high when I think they're pretty much well and truly gone before the spotter's telling you that. So, geez, I'd love to know some of the percentages.
I
think when I stopped, I was down to 45 on the left front.
Oh, that's a hell of a lot for a single stint. There's a lot of tracks you come in at 80% at worst. So 45%. Yeah, there was no double stinting going on here, or you'd be on canvas.
Yeah.
No, I was losing nearly 2 seconds a lap before I pitted.
Ooh. And Matt, you had a bit of a scare there. Alex catching up on the pit stop strategy, but were able to get the tyres warm and drive away and just continue doing your laps. Talk us through your night.
Yeah, I unknowingly had an off track in the second lap on quali, which was I'd have to go back and have a look, but I'm like, wow, really? And it would have been touch and go whether I got it on pole or not, but with Owen's time. But then race pace wise, Owen just sort of drove away. I cooked my tyres a bit early, and I had this back off, and then that's when he was just starting to set, take 2-3 tenths a lap off me, and I'm like, you know what? He's 6 seconds down the road. Alex is 6 seconds behind me. I'll just sit here and just see what happens. This P2 is going to be a good result from this early. And then when I come out of the pits and saw Alex like up my clacker, I'm like, huh? Oh, he must have only taken 2 tyres or something, And I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I thought, come on, tyres, you better heat up because this is going to be interesting otherwise. And then, probably a lap and a half or 2 laps later, they came up, and then I just was able to get back in my groove, and I could sort of drop Alex a little, sort of dropping him maybe 2 tenths of laps, and then it just went from there and secured that P2. So happy with the result.
Nice work, mate. Congratulations on the second step. And speaking of overcuts and pit stops, that brings me to Martin, who I'm not sure if he wants to talk to us.
I'm here.
Yeah, there we go. So, mate, overcut extremely powerful. You went to war with Howie early on, and you ran it right, I'm guessing, right to the end of your tank. And
I came in a few laps for just the tyres were dropping off
Yep.
intensely at that point. It was
Makes
time
sense.
to come and get new ones.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know whether how his undercut was going to work or not. I didn't know what his lap times were, so yeah, I was like, oh, just sort of try and preserve the tyres for as long as I could, and then went, oh, bite the bullet and pit now. And then when I came out, I was quite surprised. I had a bit of a gap, but just the battle at the start between Howie and I just couldn't get past him. He's so hard to pass. It was awesome. Dan was sitting behind us as well, just hoping that we'd take each other out, I reckon.
There was a couple of times there where, I thought Dan was looking at it going, you know what, I think I can sneak through here. This move hasn't worked out, but it may work out for me, but it just wasn't to be. It's one of those tracks, I think, extremely hard to follow here. The aero wash seems to really make sticking to somebody's tail that much more difficult. We noticed in the lap times that they tend to be up and down. Did you find the tyres overheat when you try and follow and you had to sort of back off a bit and then close it up again?
Yeah, I couldn't just keep attacking lap after lap. They just go away so fast, overheat. Yeah, so yeah, I tried everything. I tried every trick in the book, I thought, to try and put him off, and yeah, he just was not being put off.
Oh, well,
So then,
strategy
yeah, I just
worked
thought,
out.
I'm just go long. Yeah, that was it. The strategy was the thing that got me, and I saw Ilias went into the pits and just disappeared, and thought, oh, good, that's a bonus spot. So yeah, that was a bit strange, but yeah, awesome result and awesome racing.
That's Axel for you. Big shout out to Axel because, we know he loves a dart break mid-race.
Well, that's what I thought.
especially
He's
on
going for
his
a dart, and
90-minute
then I
ones.
thought, oh, do I need a dart? No, just hang in here, hang in.
Oh, I love it. Congrats on the class win, mate. And that brings us to Dan Siciliano. Mate, another overcut sort of strategy sealed it for you tonight. You got it done pretty easy in the end. Took out the class points. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I didn't want to overtake the other guys because they were having a good fight, Howe and Helen in there, and I was like, I was staying on their tail and I was using their toe to try and get some space from Foster, but when I caught them, then I had to sort of like back off, and I noticed the tires start to overcook. I think I hit like 109 degrees on the front left at one stage there, and but I noticed when I backed off, it was down around the 104 mark, so it was definitely having a bit of a struggle. So yeah, I decided to pit probably a little bit earlier than I had planned to try and get that overcut done, and managed to pull it off. And I sat behind Owen there, trying to just stay in the toe and get some space. But I think his tyres were going off, and I'm like, oh, I reckon I probably might have about half a second on him here, but I just didn't want to overtake P1 when he's lapped me, so I couldn't do it. And then the guys
struggling.
The guys in the Discord were chatting, and I was trying to press the mute button, and I ended up flashing him, and I'm like, oh my God, I've just flashed P1 from after he's overtaken me. I'm like, oh no.
You were saying, give me back my position.
I just want to reverse that blue flag. No, it was a fun race. It was a fun race, and yeah, thanks for Owen for letting me know that he was heading into the pits, and I think I chewed a bit of life out of my tyres at that stage, so I just managed to hold off Foster and I can't remember who he was fighting with.
Howie.
There for Howie, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I managed to hold him off for them at about 4 seconds behind. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun race. Thanks, guys.
Nice work, mate. Congrats on the class win. And we'll go back to Owen for your thanks and shout outs.
Yeah, obviously just the guys over at Sud Speed for, awesome car. And yeah, you guys for, putting on the series. It's always good to jump in when I can.
Nice work. Thanks, mate. And over to you, Matt. Thanks and shout outs. Or he's on mute. Doesn't want any thanks and shout outs.
Oh, hang on,
No.
sorry, I was on mute.
There he is.
There we go.
I knew he was saying something.
Yeah. Look, thanks to you guys up there in the booth. Always doing a great job. TKR-Racing, Lambert Fine Foods. The mum's actually sitting up on the lounge in Queensland tonight with her friend having a glass of red. So that's a new spot for her to watch the race. Another good Nay day. Shout out to Nay. And just the TKR-team well on to Marty for putting the car in fourth. That's good to see. And of course, Gratz Owen on the win. You're just too fast tonight, mate. Try and get you next time.
Nice work. Thanks, mate.
Always good to race you, Matt.
And thanks to Matt's mum for every week putting our viewer numbers up on YouTube.
Oh, the teaser.
And over to you, Alex, for the thanks and shout outs.
As always, my amazing fiance Tammy for all her support. Couldn't do it without her. All the boys over at the team, Kamikaze for their support. Luke and Jace for helping with setups every week. All you guys up in the broadcast, as the other boys said, do a stellar job every week. All the other drivers. Hopefully the next couple of weeks it favours the Porsche a bit more. And all my friends and family as well.
Nice work. Thanks, mate. And Martin, over to you.
Oh, yeah, just a shout out to my team, TKR-Racing, and thanks to Matt for the setup. And, my family and my wife and everything. But, thank you to the broadcast team as well. It's always awesome to go back and watch the race. You guys do a great job. And, thanks to all the other competitors. That was awesome racing.
Thanks, mate. And Dan, over to you.
Yeah, big thanks to you guys and the broadcast team and everyone behind the scenes. Once again, another fantastic race, and always put on a good show and a great call. And thanks to all the other competitors. Another clean race. Not a lot of incidents, so it's great to see everyone being respectful on the track. And big shout out to my family and my partner. I nearly said fiance. Then it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, she's listening.
I might have done that
She's going to be looking through the sock drawer trying to find that ring.
Sammy was in Discord singing some song about a ring while she was on Discord with us. So it was just in my head. No, thanks again to everyone. Great race. I won't be here next week. I'm off on holidays for a week, so good luck to everyone next week and enjoy the race.
You enjoy the time off, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
And if you want a hint to where's a good place to hide your ring, you hide the ring. Put it with your underwear. They never go looking through there. They won't touch it. You'll be fine. You won't get caught.
Put it in your prison wallet.
Yep. No, you just keep with your clean underwear on the in the cupboard
On the floor.
They don't go in there. Well, my ex didn't. She never found it. So
Now she knows where to look for stuff.
no, well, I don't. I'm single now. I'm divorced. So no,
Get that ring back.
Wow, mate. Well, that's a long story. we don't think we've got enough time for that one now.
Don't eat the wedding cake.
Yeah, don't eat the wedding cake. Yeah, don't do that.
Funny stuff.
No, well driven. Good race, boys. Good race.
Indeed, a good race. Congrats to all our place getters and all our racers in general. Clean racing tonight. Everybody did a stellar job. Thanks, Jace, for joining me in the booth again. Always good to have a co-commentator, especially on a night like tonight.
That's all right. That's all right. I've got a busy couple of days coming up now, so I'm going to be flat strapped.
That's the go.
Yes.
All right, and next week another 90-minuter. Oh, geez, they're keeping me busy here. This one is a Slipstream's delight. We're off to Daytona Road Course next week. Always a fun and exciting track. That bank section,
first corner.
the bus stop.
Yep.
The first corner, dive bombs. Absolute fantastic racing every time at Daytona. So a few were a little bit, dismayed at the lack of overtakes that we had tonight because Catalonia isn't conducive to it. Make sure you join us next week. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. is the white flag, or close enough, thereabouts. So we'll be broadcasting the qualifying from about 10 minutes before then. Hope to see everybody there. Again, thanks to all our racers, thanks to all our organisers, aesleague.org. If you want to join and be a part of it, we will see you next week.